If you only act when you feel like it, you will end up doing nothing.
Are you struggling to fight with your laziness? Do you want to be more productive in 2025? I guarantee you, if you master this simple rule, your productivity will increase at least 5 times. I'm personally practicing this rule myself, and almost immediately I can feel that my life is changing. This one rule can change your life. It's simple and powerful. Are you lying in bed, looking at your phone, thinking about what you need to do? You know that your problem isn't a lack of thoughts or ideas. It's that you're not taking actions. Did you think you need to go to the gym? After counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go straight to the gym? You thought about reading a book? Count down from 5 and put your phone down and open the book. Use the 5-second rule to overcome laziness and program yourself to act. That's it. Yes, it is that simple. But why is this simple rule so effective? What happens in those 5 seconds that makes this rule so famous? Let's explore Mel Robbins' The 5-Second Rule. Chapter 1. Forget about motivation. It's a meaningless belief. When did we start thinking we need a strong motivation to start? It's nonsense. Mel Robbins says, if you want to change your life for the better, you need to get up and act. Have you ever truly wanted to work? Probably not. The idea that you need motivation to do something is dangerous. If you only act when you feel like it, you'll end up doing nothing. Do you think Kobe Bryant was always so motivated to get up at 4 a.m. and start practicing basketball? Do successful people always feel motivated? Of course not. Successful people are successful because they act regardless of their feelings. If you want to succeed, you must act no matter how you feel. The 5-second rule is crucial for taking that action. When something you need to do comes to your mind, just count down from 5 and start. At first, it may be painful, but as you practice the 5-second rule, your body will adapt to action. Action will become your default behavior. We call it action bias. Action bias means you choose to take action over inaction, even when the action may not necessarily lead to a better outcome. Many have great ideas, but fail to implement them, missing their potential. The 5-second rule pushes you to unlock that potential. Steve Wozniak, a co-founder of Apple, was a genius who created early Apple computers alone. But did you know that he hesitated to leave his job that was paying just a regular salary? Eventually, he quit and founded Apple with Steve Jobs, and we all know the outcome. While everyone recognizes Wozniak's talent, his potential was unlocked because Steve Jobs encouraged him to act. There are many who don't take action and fail to realize their full potential. Wozniak was lucky to have Jobs, but your problem is that you don't have Steve Jobs next to you. But that's okay. You just need to program yourself to take action. This method is the 5-second rule. If you don't act within 5 seconds, you are choosing not to do it. Each day you choose not to act countless times, wasting numerous 5-second opportunities. If you had pushed yourself to act in those 5 seconds, how much could you have accomplished? We all know that action creates success. The action is decided in those 5 seconds. Life isn't determined by a single big decision, but by a series of small actions. But in that moment of hesitation, people decide not to take those actions. But lucky you, there are still many 5 seconds left in our lives. Chapter 2. Change your mindset with the 5-second rule. One thing most people don't realize is that the patterns of worry and fear are just habits. We unconsciously repeat these habits. We can choose what to experience, so we can also choose our mindset. Some people feel nervous when speaking in front of a crowd, but in truth, they are choosing to be nervous. From our body's perspective, nervousness and excitement are the same feelings. The only difference is how we label it. Some people struggle to speak in public, while others perform well with a little bit of excitement. The physical responses are the same, but the outcomes differ by a choice. You can choose excitement over anxiety, passion over anger, and calmness over frustration. Use the 5-second rule to choose your mindset. Whenever you feel nervous, count down from 5 and shift your mood to excitement. Turn negative emotions into positive whenever they arise. By using the 5-second rule, you can choose the better of two opposing emotions. One common misconception people have is that confidence is a personality trait. Confidence means believing in yourself and your abilities. Anyone can learn to build confidence. When self-doubt arises, count down from 5 and choose to say, "I can do it." As those experiences accumulate, your confidence will grow and become your habit. Confidence is a skill, not a trait. Whenever negative emotions arise, count down from 5 and choose positivity. You can decide many aspects of your life by simply choosing to do so. Chapter 3. Use the 5-second rule to fight with your brain. To create change, you need to get out of your comfort zone by doing something new. However, our brains are not designed to let us do those things. The brain does not like uncertainty or fear. When you try to do something risky or new, your brain will automatically try to convince you not to. That's how human brains are wired. The hesitation process happens very quickly, which is why you need to act within 5 seconds. Humanity has only lived in its current modern form for less than 100 years. Our brains have evolved to adapt to the primitive era, where we lived for hundreds of thousands of years. During the primitive era, avoiding uncertainty was key to survival. Dangerous animals roamed everywhere, and another tribe might invade your town, threatening your lives. This kind of uncertainty meant potential death. However, in modern times, doing uncertain things won't lead you to death. When you go to somewhere new, you wouldn't feel your life is being threatened, right? Nowadays, you must challenge new things to succeed. The reason you are not taking actions is not because you lack willpower or courage. It's just how our brains have evolved. When you want to try something new, your brain will instantly create hundreds of reasons not to. Your brain wants to feel safe. That's why you need to act within the 5 seconds. You must start before biological fear breaks your will. And once you start, you're gonna feel it's actually not that difficult. Activation energy is the minimum energy required to initiate a chemical reaction. Once the activation energy is applied and the reaction begins, subsequent actions require less energy. Our actions are the same. You need the most amount of energy when you first rise to act. Once you start, subsequent actions get easier and easier. Think about when you push a car that is already moving. The 5-second rule provides the activation energy for your actions. Are you afraid to take on challenges because of negative outcomes? That's natural. Our brains are designed to prevent risky challenges. Remember, there is never a perfect time to take action. If you decide to do it later, You will also decide to do it later when the later comes. Humans are not made to enjoy taking actions. Our brain is wired to dislike uncertainty and seek safety. The 5-second rule is the simplest and the most powerful tool to fight with your brain. The reason that the 5-second rule is so famous is because of its simplicity. If you've watched this far, you're likely to understand what the 5-second rule is. Life is the result of choices we make. You are making a choice every 5 seconds. Are you still struggling to take action? The only thing you need to do is to count down from 5 and start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more contents like this.